Hello, hello. Oh, I just like punched myself. Peace, peace. Peace, YouTube. Peace to the east, the west, the north, and the south. This is FleurBrun coming to you today with a new topic of discussion. Check on in. It's weird. The view is crazy. I know my hair looks wild, right? My hair looks wild. Check on in. So, I'm not gonna further ado. I'm gonna get into my dogs. I tell you, as soon as I come on, the dogs get buck wild. Hey, hey, hey! It's FleurBrun. Hey, y'all. Hey, Linda. Still in your neck of the woods. Okay. I just went to the organic place. I hate holding my phone. You know what I mean? My bosoms are kind of out, so I'm trying to be appropriate at the same time. Hey, Selma. How you doing, mama? Okay, I'm gonna keep the cell phone at a perfect distance to the bosoms so I don't get busted. Busting loose, you know? So, let's kind of get into the organic conversation. Hey, Aqua. Hey, this is Aqua. Taste of Melanin. That's a saucy name. Hey, Sid. How you doing? So, check on in. Hey, Saida. Same likewise. The birds, right? You hear the birds? They're singing. Okay. I should have fixed myself before I got up on here. That's a little hood. Hey, Saki. All right. Let's get into conversation. The Fury, Fauci, who's a cyborg. Apparently they took him. He can't help the press. I try. You know what I mean? Sometimes I try to dress decent for y'all, but it's just, I'm Creole and we don't really have a meter for decency as far as the bosoms and other, bodily things. So I'm gonna try to be as appropriate as possible. So as to keep from distracting. So anyway, so the Fury, Fauci, Cyborg of the Year, has been taken out of his box to make sure he has a new agenda for everyone here. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it and get into it. How can we control our wand if you are giving us a peep show? Well, Jeff, don't come here. Don't look. Can't you listen to me without looking? Have some self-mastery and control. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days in Africa and the indigenous groups, the women always had their boobies out. Men weren't trying to accost them and rape them, were they? No. Okay. So, if you have self-mastery and you're able to listen to a woman, and if her bosoms happen to be out, you should be able to still hold your focus. If you aren't able to do that, you should practice. That's really how we were supposed to be. I'm an indigenous woman. I don't really play around with that. I come from, I'm mostly indigenous. I mean, be happy I have clothes on. You should just be happy. I even have clothes on. Because to me, having clothes on is more of an inconvenience than anything else. The problem is that, you have a colonistic mindset to come in here and think that women are sexual objects. These breasts are meant to breastfeed. That is their natural function. If you see them as sexual, that's on you. That hasn't anything to do with me. You know what I mean? You may not be in my tribe. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's get into the conversation about the Fury. Sir Fauci has been taken out of his box. And now he's out here making new rules and regulations with the monkey balls, which is loose in every NATO country. Did you hear what I said? The Fauci, the cyborg, the Fury, because, hi Hitler, the sector of the, the sector of the, the Nazis, the neuro-Nazis, because there's all kinds of Nazi, Nazi regimes, but it's the neuro-Nazis, meaning they control the populace through social engineering through the mind, or mind infections. Big up to the zombie crew. I got sleep, but the zombies, we were up all night napping and so on. Remember, we're always unraveling things. Hey, Yafi, I miss you, mama. How's it going over there on the other side of the world? I gotta figure out, I had you on my, we used to talk on Skype. I gotta see if I can contact you on Skype because my Skype is down and that's how I used to contact. Don't worry, Yafi, I'm gonna throw you out maybe my WhatsApp so we can talk and chat. Anyway, I hope all's well with mama and little one. Hope all's well. Flurry, you're so clever with the gun. I'm out of control, Saki. Don't give me any credit for these crazy things that I come up with. My mind is all over the place. Anyway, so we have the neural Nazis, Cyborg, Fury, Fauci, now delegating new rules for monkey balls that have come to every NATO country that knew you. Now, you do understand that the agenda is being ran right now on sectilians, right? We went over that Zoom last night, as a reminder that I told you, even though y'all had trying to vilify the reptiles, I'm not saying I'm friends with reptilians. I'm not saying I'm a reptilian. I'm just saying there's a lot of propaganda negatively kind of focusing on reptilians, but y'all don't ever talk about the insectilians, y'all. What about those buggies? Aren't you bugged by the bugs? What about the mantis? Nobody talks about them except the other one who looks like a mantis. He's probably part of their... Hold on, my dogs are out of control. Come here, Babette. Babette. Okay. You see the doggies? There. Where are they? Say hi, Babette. Where are you? Vi is there. There's Babette. Okay. So, he's come out of his box. They take the Fury Fauci out of his box every once in a while, and you do know that his handlers, the ones who are handling him, are the Insectoids. And they like to blame the reptilians for everything because that basically is a way for you to look in one direction. Really, in itself, you should be looking in a whole nother direction. That's why with colonies, we went over that last night on Zoom. It's just a refresher that my advantage is that we are being ran mostly by insectilians, okay? And the greys are a type of insectoid kind of robotoid, okay? Not all greys are the same, mind you, okay? So that being said, Fury Fauci has come out of his box. They've taken him out of his package box, his holding cell, because, he's a cyborg. So they have to they have to refresh him, reprogram him with new agendas, because he only comes out of the box when it's time to uphold and delegate another litany of rules and regulations, as we know, right? So now we're talking about the fact that Fury Fauci. Oh, thank you, my lovies. Mwah, thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. I love that when you get... You're amazing. Thank you, Mama. Call Dana. Big up to Dana Voodoo. You're calling me? Is there something going on, Dana? Dana, I'll call you when I'm off. So... Okay, so now we have the super balls, the monkey balls. Now, you know what my take is, y'all, okay? So, monkey balls, all it is the result of the Cucarachi kill shot, probably the third or fourth session. Remember, the 18 months has kind of elapsed, and now all the symptoms, the breaking down of the immune system is starting to reveal itself, and now people are showing up with space herpes, and basically space herpes, which is like the shingles, now they're calling it monkey balls, okay? You do know that's the result, okay? So monkey balls, I told you these people who are getting shooterine it up are the ones passing off all these variants that they're saying are happening, right? You do know the variants are caused by, oh, wait, hold on. Y'all gotta have to hold. Dana Voodoo has, Dana, how am I gonna talk to you? Do you wanna talk on Dana, do you wanna talk on here? Maybe I have a special guest, y'all. I gotta go get Dana. So can you hold on for a minute? Let me go get Dana. Okay, hold on, y'all. An emergency call from Data Voodoo. Hold it, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get Dana Voodoo. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hold on. Okay. So we'll hold that space for where I was talking about the Fury Fauci and the balls of mass destruction, the monkey balls in every NATO country. Okay, so hold on, y'all. Let me get Dana Voodoo. I think she wants to share something with y'all. I love this woman. She's profound. She gets rid of demons out of some crazy people. You know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Dana, I'm calling you. Hold on. Let's see if they can hear you if I call you in here. I'm going into the metaverse, y'all, to go get her. Wait, hold on, Dana. I'm going into the metaverse to get you, Dana. Where are you? There you go. Okay. Okay, Dana, I'm calling you now. Hold on, y'all. I hope you could hear her. Hold on. I gotta turn the volume on. I don't know. It's going through. Dana, I'm calling you now. Answer your number. Why don't I hear you? Dana, answer. I can't hear. Dana, I'm calling you. Wait, she's on Facebook now. Hold on. I'm so old-fashioned. I have all these apps. Hold on. Let me call her in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm slow. I'm not the fastest when it comes to technology, okay? Okay. Dana, I'm gonna call. Oh, look at this. They're already messing with my IG. Why do you want my number? AI's already on here. Bastards. Okay. Let me call Data Voodoo. Okay, I'm calling her now. All right, y'all. I'll wait until she answers. Making sure the Fauci, hold on. They are blocking Miss Dana Voodoo. This is crazy. I'm being blocked. Oh my gosh. The suspense is killing me. Voodoo! Dana, answer the phone. Listen, I'm calling her on everything and it's not answering. Anyway, okay. Dana, call me again and I'll answer. Okay, she's gonna have to call me. Dana, call me and I'll answer. I hope she's not being captive. And Dana, are you not taken by any insectilians? I hope that insectilians didn't capture her, because that would be a rescue mission. Okay. So anyway, y'all, let's get into the Fury. Okay, Dana, call me back. I will answer and I will put you on. I don't know if she wants to be on here. Maybe she wants to. Tell her to call. That's what I told her. Yeah, I'm told her to call me. So we may have a special guest in here. Dana Voodoo will come in here and we will talk about the Fury. Anyway, so now that we have the Robotoid, the Cyborg, Fury Fauci, now delegating new rules under the tyranny of the Insectoids. Grays, sometimes they're synonymous. Okay, not all grays are the same. Okay, and they aren't all created by the same. So now that we have monkey balls in every NATO country, and let me remind everyone, I don't know if I have to say it again, you do understand that monkey balls, Tupac's return, Tupac's remix, which I told you months ago was coming, because the people who took the Kukarachi kill shot are now displaying the symptoms of the multitude of viral infections that were inserted in them by their own free will. Okay? So now you have space herpes that are coming to our neighborhood. And listen, y'all, it isn't just going to affect them. And they're accusing the whole gay male population as the one spreading it. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Listen, they did that with cucarachas. Remember they did it with Cucarachi, saying that only A's were getting it and it was really O positives that were getting infected. Okay, so women, remember the attack is on women. They aren't going to tell you that gay males are the ones that are being impeded by it. Now, even though you do understand and understand, one of the first viruses that came out that was connected to that virus many years ago. Remember in the 80s and 90s? Remember that? Remember they said who was passing it was the gay males because they were having anal cavity sex. You know, anytime you mix sexual organs and fecal matter with your sexual organs with fecal matter, there isn't anything good that will come of it. You do know that, right? So when you mix your wand in poo, anything that has poo in it, you do understand and understand that is unsanitary. And just like when food has E. coli, you know, a lot of times vegetables and food, because there's basically a transmission of poop on something, you do understand that's where a lot of viruses come from, right? Just unsanitary, you know, syphilis and all that, space herpes. A lot of that comes from, you know, doing unsavory sexual acts, okay? Now, I'm not saying that sea stars, I got to talk to you because you understand and understand that most women in the environment that we're living in now, which are very pro gay male sex, anal cavity interface, a lot of men are having DL relationships. Now, let me remind you, DL means on a down low. That's an old term of the gentleman who wrote that book On the Down Low, men who really like to sleep with other men but are hiding and cloaking themselves as straight men, husbands, and boyfriends. So y'all got to check. No, I don't want to say y'all. We all have to verify that the partnerships that we're engaged with, especially physically, are at least engaging with males that are only solely engaging with females. And that doesn't even give you the assurance that everything's okay, because people have a lot of weird sexual propensities nowadays. We do say that, right? So that being said, Monkey Balls now has Fury, the cyborg Fauci, that is delegating and telling you right now that they are prepared to isolate you and quarantine you for up to 21 days. Okay, so what are the symptoms of monkey balls? Okay, monkey ball symptoms are very similar to the cucarachis. Why? Is because it is the cucarachis with the remix in it. Okay, the Tupac remix. Okay, so basically the people who have chosen to take the kill shot by their own admission, or sometimes they're denying it, their immune system is now being compromised orally and otherwise, and they are starting to display space herpes. Okay, now there is a 7 to 14 gestational period, so they say. It could be up to 21 days, all right, where this may not show. So if there aren't any lesions or anything, you can't really detail if someone has space balls, monkey balls. According to Fury Fauci, he's got a dose of something for you too. They are saying they don't have the so-called Cucarachi shot or monkey ball shot for this one, but that is a lie, y'all, because we had witnessed and seen for ourselves that in 2019, all of a sudden, out of the blues, nothing is by chance, these psychopathic, sociopathic, insectoid handlers of Fury Fauci have created already a kill shot just for you. So they are going to make this one mandatory. Okay? Yes. Did you hear what I said? Monkey balls, Cucarachi shot is going to be mandatory. They have created it and they aren't telling you. They said they don't have it, but that is a lie, because they know that a lot of you woke folk are causing problems for them. So they don't want to let you know that they already got something for your goat. Okay? So they already got it. Now, also, you do understand and understand that these programmers of Fury Fauci have also delegated for this entity to state to you that you won't be able to travel outside or in the country unless you take the monkey balls kill shot. And I will tell you only a little bit of what I know, because I gotta be mindful, because for our safety and yours, because you know they like to they like to take my channel and do all kinds of craziness. Big up to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for being so kind and gracious and making sure that my messages are really, you know, perpetually shared without interruption. Thank you, YouTube. I really appreciate your support and your love and your dedication to my channel, as I've been one of the co-creators, content creators since 2011. Thank you for being very, very, very gracious to FleurBrun. Back to the message. Anyway, so they have already created land borders. Did you hear what I said? Land borders have already been created. They have already set up borders in Washington State, borders, going through New Jersey and New York. Washington, D.C. always has borders because, you know, it's empty now because, you know, the holographic president isn't there because he didn't get the keys to the building. And you know that the corporation we call United Fakes is broke, right? So there isn't any more gold backing the currency because all of the people who had gold in the Federal Reserve took it back because they already know that why would you let broke countries hold your gold when they don't have any themselves? You know what I'm saying? So that being said, they have already put up the borders and boundaries, driving borders, these border control areas, not border control, what is it called? Checkpoints. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong checkpoints. Okay, so they already set them up, y'all. Already going through New York, New Jersey, I think going into Pennsylvania, I'm not sure. Definitely Washington, D.C. outside, going around towards Maryland. They're setting them up as we speak. Now, what does this say to you? Because many of you have chosen to refrain from participating in the Hunger Games / Purge / scary movie, these won't affect you. Why? Is because why would you care what Willy Wonka does? Because basically we can get on our license that we're transparent. Big up to our sister who said that she is now transparent, and she and her names are where and when. That's the way you pronounce. Big up to I can't. Transparent. That's her new. I can't. All right. So let's get into the conversation. Do understand and understand that there isn't anything holding you back. If you want to go somewhere, you can. I give you this information to empower you to understand and understand the goals, regulations that are created by Willy Wonka and his League of Doom. And now Fauci is the head speaker on behalf of his handlers, the Insectoids. Okay? We don't even know where the queen is crawled out of, because the queen probably has already let the worm crawl out of her eye, you know, the vril, and is probably inside of another body right now, acting as if she's part of the family. Okay, so I haven't seen Queen Elizabeth in a long time. You know, I don't know if she's shape-shifting in another body. I don't know if they created a clone for her. We will find out soon, because those eyes, remember, the windows to the soul are the eyes. You know what I mean? So long as we can see the eyes, we can tell who's in the body. Queen, you can't hide, Queenie. Okay? You insectilian, diabolical, child-eating, trafficking, nasty worm, you. Disgusting. Don't worry, we have our extraterrestrial brethren that have the locating devices to find where you are, Queen. I don't care what kind of body you crawled into. We gonna find you. Anyway. Also do know that even with all the madness out here, do understand and understand that there is a higher order that is working on behalf of the sisterhood. Big up to all those who are in alignment with the higher frequencies of the matron, the wonderful sisterhood, the abundant feminine consciousness that is coming on the planet. Even though it's a holographic system, it is still coming. And how do you know that this is happening? Because right now, all males that have done harm to females are being arrested or removed. Let me state this again. All males that are against the healthy and protection of females or are violators of females and children are being removed. Either they're being taken and they're transcending, or they're being arrested. Okay? I know some of you talk about that gentleman. I don't really, what's his name? Richard. I don't know his name. What's his name? That you guys ask me about him all the time. What's his name? Richard. What's his name? Richard. What's that guy's name? He's a YouTuber. He got arrested. Do you know his name? Did anyone have his name? Richard. What's his? I forgot. I forgot his name. I don't follow him. Okay, Rashad with Jamal. Thank you. I didn't realize his name. You do realize that I saw a group of people online really talking about, well, Kevin Samuels was also, you know, he was another gentleman that was speaking disparagingly about women. He transcended, and I'm very sorry for him, but that is because he wasn't in alignment with the divine energies and the divine system of, the healthiness of females on the planet. So if you are anti-feminine female, if you are anti-children, if you are a violator of women, you will be taken out by any means necessary. So you were seeing this gentleman, Rashad Jamal. I heard he was arrested. But you know what's interesting? That men will support a man that is accused of molesting children. It's just like Brother Polite. Even though Brother Polite had semen on him from a child of his girlfriend, there were still people who supported. Let me explain something, y'all, because someone asked me if I support him. Let me explain something. I support women and children. I am a mother, and if a child says that a man has molested them, especially a child that is 11 years old, as far as I know, the child was 11 years old, anytime a child has said that a man has molested them and has sexually abused them, it's amazing to me that people can stand on the back of a man. Listen, I'm not saying he did it, but I wouldn't certainly support a man until I knew that that child was safe. And the first question and the first concern that I have concerning any child that is accused, has been supposedly molested and also has accused someone, I would ask how that child is doing. So be careful supporting these male platforms that are supporting a man accused of molesting a child. The first question as a woman and as a parent or as an uncle or as a big brother or as a mother or abuela is to be asking about the child. Is that child okay? How is she doing? When you see these platforms supporting men accused of abusing children, be careful that there isn't any concern for the child. It is very disgusting how we have all of these people supporting men that are basically predators and violators of the females. Any male who is violating children or women or both won't be able to be here. So if you are seeing them being dealt with and removed, it is because universally it is in alignment with them. Whatever you are in alignment with is what you will be dealt with right now. Okay? So someone asked, how do we know that we did it? We don't know. But what we do know is that there's a consequence coming at a time when all the other males that are doing dark things are having consequences. So I always say, you don't even have to know really specifically. All you have to do is see and follow the yellow brick road. All you do is have to watch what's happening to all the other dark males. And you'll notice if it's happening around the same time that all the other males are being dealt with who've done harm to women, most likely that person is in alignment with those consequences. Because you are hurting the divine mother. You have been in alignment with hurting children. There will be a swift consequence to anyone, including women. So if you support that men who hurt children, and if women, you ever hear of a child saying they've been molested, please inquire about the child instead of trying to protect the person accused of hurting children. It lets you know who's in alignment with that. So let's go back to Fauci. That's just it, because people are asking me about this gentleman. I didn't follow him, but I won't certainly support a man who's accused of molesting a child. The first thing I will do is ask how the baby's doing, how that child is doing. That is my concern. It isn't about a man who's grown. But when a man is grown and he's accused of that, I know 90% of the time children say that a person molested them. It's most likely true, especially if it's their own father. Okay, children generally don't do that. I don't care what kind of bitter mother she has or whatever the case is. Bitter mothers have children that get molested too. Let me state that. Bitter mothers, bad mothers, or whatever you judge as a mother, they too have children that get molested. So regardless if the mother's bitter or not, doesn't declare that the child hasn't been molested. It's crazy. It's crazy out here what people support. Anyway. So let's go into Fury Fauci and monkey balls that are now out here. Do you know that because they're setting up the borders and boundaries, Fury Fauci has now delegated new regulations telling you that we have a new... Now, y'all, let me state this, y'all. Do you think perchance that you think that cucarachas came out in 2020 and you think it's by chance that all of a sudden there's another pandemic on deck? I mean, I just want to know how simple the minds of the collective are. How could we just so-called have a whole pandemic in 2020 and all of a sudden something, because you know why? Is because you already implanted it in people. It's easy to have a pandemic because it's a plan. And it's easy to have things surface as far as virally if you put people and made them walking, talking viruses. If you place the virus in, oh yeah, you're going to see viruses. That's why when you go to a laboratory and you're working with any sort of research that has to do with viruses or things that are germs, there's a hazard sign on them and you have to go through a whole process of disinfecting and neutralizing the area and yourself before going in and out of those laboratories. So you're telling me that you're pumping all these experimental cucaracha kill shots in people, and you think the host of things that they place inside of these things, space herpes, AIDS, I mean, it was a host of things, chimpanzee DNA. I'm just saying. So what I would want to share with everyone here is that don't believe the hype. As long as you are physically autonomous and you are keeping your immune system robust, you won't necessarily have to deal with the collective issues coming out with. And that being said, you may come up with some symptoms if you haven't gotten a cucaracha shot, but most likely those symptoms are associated with radiation poisoning. Because there isn't just radiation coming from the host of new installed fiber optics that they're placing all over every city, which they did when they had you inside of your house, and actually they're installing as we're speaking. It's that your bodies are hyper reactive to technology that it isn't used to. And you will get reactions from radiation if you are in close proximity to a high dose or high flash of it. And there is also other radiation that is coming cosmically. Gamma radiation, which is also coming through that firmament, because the firmament isn't as solidified and as closed off as it was before. So some of the reactions of your body, like with the headaches, with the body aches, the fever, the dry mouth, the cotton mouth, the diarrhea, the flare-ups of weird things, that's because you're being exposed to a heightened amount of radiation and your body is reacting. And also, you do know when you put your food in the microwave, I hope none of y'all are using microwaves, but I won't judge you because I haven't used a microwave for over 20 years. Has it been that long? Wait, how, no. 16 years, 16 to 18 years. I haven't used a microwave to 16 to 18 years, and that's a fact. You could see me walking all around. You won't ever see me. What is the number one thing when you use microwave? What happens to your food? Your food gets really dry and dehydrated. That's what's happening when the whole planet is being radiated. So if you're getting those symptoms, you have to kind of counter it by making sure your iodine is up to par, and iodine comes from usually the sea, Okay, so make sure you have a healthy amount of iodine in your system. How do we used to get iodine? It's usually through fish or through, seaweed, sea moss. Usually sea plants are very high in iodine. Other foods have some of that. You just have to make sure you have healthy amounts of iodine in your system, because remember, the protocol for us who are that were preppers is if there was ever a nuclear explosion of any sort and radiation was leaching out into the atmosphere, the number one thing that we all had was radioactive iodine. So many preppers like myself and other preppers, we always kept iodine on point. Now be careful with iodine. Let me say this. No, iodine salt is actually the opposite. You should stay away from that. That actually breaks down your hypothalamus. It messes with your thyroid. That's why people who have usually thyroid issues, it's associated with having too much of that iodized salt. It restricts your vessels. And now listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm just telling you as a mother, as a woman, as living here for a long time, things that I've known just from living. Okay. So just be careful with that iodized salt. Always do sea salt, Celtic salt, Himalayan salt. If you've been exposed to radiation, the protocol is to make sure you get your iodine, make sure you get your thyroid up to par. And you have to think that most people have been exposed to a lot of radiation because a lot of people thought people were having issues with their thyroid over the last couple of years. And that's been increasing because of the amount of radiation that they're being exposed to and the lack of iodine that they're getting in their food. Okay, so there's a lot of ways you can get iodine. You should look into that. There's a lot of amazing things you can look into as regimens to that. So make sure you're keeping that on point, especially with your babies right now. Make sure you watch your children, watch their health. Make sure you're making sure that they're eating properly. They're getting enough of that in their foods. Make sure you're eating as much fresh live foods as possible. You want to make sure you're getting foods that are high in what Marsha D likes to say is high energy, means that the food has bioavailable energy. When you eat food, like if you pick a fruit off a tree and you just pick it, it has all of that amazing, I can't take the claim to this, high energy, like Marsha tells us all the time, that amazing energy because it's full of that energy. When it falls off the tree or when it's carried and transported and then radiated because they're scanning it and all that other stuff, then you're losing all that energy in the food. So make sure that when you're eating foods, you're eating a lot of live foods, not live animals or anything, but just live energetic food. It's really healthy. Make sure the babies are getting that. Make sure that your babies are getting really healthy water. Add a little sea salt to your water. Add a little bit of that a little bit of Celtic salt to your water that helps. Add a little lime or lemon that helps to alkaline it. You got to keep your systems well with the amount of radiation right now. Okay, so that being said, you got to watch that. Now with the border control and all these borders being placed up, all these new checkpoints as we speak. Oh, I got an emergency message. Oh, hold on. Emergency message. Let me read it first and I'll give it to you. Balls is delivering. Oh, so listen, I got a message for y'all. Fury, the Robotoid, or the cyborg we know as Fury Fauci, has just made sure that there are monkey balls, cucarachi shots coming to a neighborhood near you. They're on the move. They're delivering right now as we speak. The mandatory monkey ball Tupac's Revenge remix shots right now. I can't. All right, y'all. So like we did, you already know the protocol. Does everyone know the protocol? Let's get it. You know what? Put a like on the video if you're up for the shenanigans today. I am up in PA. Big up to everyone in PA. Big up to my Philadelphians. Big up to those who are from the Lehigh Valley. Big up to those who are from the border towns of Delaware. Big up to those in the Northeast. I'm up in your neck of the woods and I'm all for the shenanigans today. I went to the health food store because there's farms over here. So I'm all updated with all the things, regimens I need. Big up to all y'all. So y'all, so about the babies. Firewater's asking about the babies. Now, mommies, let me not judge you. You always talk about my big tatas, right? You always say, oh, FleurBrun, you got your tatas. I am a nurser. I nurse my babies, and I will nurse every baby I have coming up. If you are nursing your babies, You should all be nursing. Anyone complaining about baby formula, shame on you. The best milk you have is from your breast. And if you're having issues with getting enough milk for your breasts, get some hops. For those who have newborns, if your milk is not coming down as much as you, and this is what midwives or doulas would tell you, make sure you get hops. What they normally would do when you nurse is the mothers whose milk is not expressing that much, they'll usually give them a sip of like beer. Why beer? You say, oh, FleurBrun, you're encouraging alcoholism. Absolutely not. What it is that the hops in beer, the hops is what allows for expression of the milk a little bit more. You can also get things like, I think there's something called milk thistle. I think that's what you use. There's a couple things. So nurse your babies. Right now you have, oh, thank you, milk thistle and fenugreek. Thank you, Selma. These help you to get your milk and express your milk outside of your breast a little bit better. So if you're having...
I got your man on the phone, right? Monkey Balls came out with a new sneaker already.
Oh, stop it. Wait, let me show them. No. Wait, oh God. Wait, y'all, this is, it's out of control. They got a wait, where'd it go? They got a monkey ball sneaker, y'all. This is disgusting. Do you see this? They're charging $250 for monkey balls? Look at what your country is doing, y'all. Look at what they're doing. I want you to see it. Monkey Balls has sneakers and they're selling it to you and y'all are buying it for $250. This is disgusting. Oh my God. This is a sick world. Oh my God. Oh.
What's it called? Monkeypox?
Monkeypox.
Why you call it
P-O-X. It's pox. They got monkeypox. When did that come out? Who made that? Nike?
I just made it up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just a pair of sneakers I saw on Facebook.
No, that's not a pair of sneakers. They're selling monkey ball sneakers, y'all. It is programming, Maryland. Please hide your children, hide your husbands, hide your wives, because they're out of control in this matrix right now. I can't. You'll take a pair? What'd you say, James? James, you gonna pay $250 for some monkeypox sneakers? You want the link? You want the link? Oh my God. Anyway, I can't. Barley and the bear. Okay, so yeah, they are. It's crazy. So anyway, y'all. No, it's the barley. It's the in the actual beer. It's the oh God, I just told you. It's the you just made me lose my train of thought. It's the barley's in the bear, but it's the, oh God, I just told you. Anyway, it's not the barley, it's the hops. It's the hops. Thank you, Cynthia. I lost my train of thoughts. It's the hops in the beer. That's really what helps. So you can also get hops independently. So when I had milk, sometimes the babies like milk on either side. So if you're having problems nursing, just try that for mothers and you shouldn't be concerned about them. Oh, but I will tell you, I forgot to mention this. We discovered this on Zoom had told us we wanted to find out what is the code for why baby formula and also cat food is off the shelves. So we had to find out why that happens and was there any reference in history to times when baby food would be depleted. We found out there was a connection to when baby food is off shelves and things like cat food and dog food when war is about to happen because they're utilizing the same equipment to make those foods, manufacture those foods when they're making weapons or maintaining something for war to happen. So just know that the fact that baby food is off the formula, is off the counters, it also denotes that war is about to happen. And do know, like I spoke to y'all before, all these celebrities that are opting out, getting out, like I said, the ex showed me I talked about, I got a chance to see the Super Bowl halftime, which I didn't see before. So he showed me the Super Bowl halftime. And as we saw with, Will Smith showing his Ross clock because he's about to leave and go to his underground bunkers. So he had to create this whole fiasco of lies of mass destruction to give him an excuse why he disappears. I had a chance to see the half show. And I found it very interesting that the Super Bowls had told them, everyone that was performing, to sign a contract saying they wouldn't display any crip or paraphernalia or any of the headbands, told Eminem not to take a bow. What's the guy that he was taking a bow? What was the Neil? Kaepernick. To kneel in connection to Kaepernick. So everything that the Super Bowls told them not to do, do you know they did every single one? You had Snoop Dogg come on stage with a whole outfit that looked like the handkerchief. the Crip bandana. He came. Remember, they told him not to do this. Eminem kneeled for Kaepernick, and he stood there kneeling for a whole period of time. So basically, why would they do that when that was going to impede on their money in the future? Remember, rappers, entertainers, they bank on getting rebooked and making more money in the future. So why would they be disobedient to the rules and regulations that they signed on to unless they knew that this was the end, friend? So they know that right now that it didn't matter. So basically that was a big F you, like we'll do what we want to do because it's the end. It doesn't matter. That's why I share it with you. Monkey ball sneakers. Y'all buying the monkey ball? Who's buying the monkey ball sneakers? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Who's buying it? You gonna wear you gonna wear the Pox sneakers? Y'all gonna wear the Pox sneakers. Y'all out of control. I'ma spray them with disinfectant. If I see y'all wearing the Pox sneakers, I'm spraying y'all. I'm spraying you with all kinds. With 5 Thieves oil. I'ma spray your sneakers. Don't come near me with your Pox sneakers. Then we gonna have a problem. Put a like on the video if you up for the shenanigans today. You got a Pox with the trucks. Y'all out of control. You know what I mean? I can't. We're living, you know how the Christians saying we're living in the end times, yo. We living in the crazy times. When they're making all kinds of sneakers. And then I don't want to ruin your consciousness anymore. Please put a like on the video if you feel like I'm not hopefully I'm not messing with your conscience. Please don't let your children listen to me. Please don't listen. I am not for your children. I'm a beautiful auntie. I'm a mama figure, but certainly now when we're discussing this, please put your headphones on because some of the things we're talking about are very unearthly, and we're not even on Earth. Just keep the children out of here, okay? Because I don't want to talk about balls. Your children be going to school talking about monkey balls. I don't want to be responsible for the verbiage coming out of your children's mouth. I am not appropriate. I am the auntie that they don't let come to Christmas and Thanksgiving because of the things that pop out of my mouth. You must know that I gave you the warning. Okay? So it's not for children. I'm not appropriate for children right now. Okay, so right now, we make jokes about it, but I'm just talking about things like that. Now, do know because people are walking around, they're walking, talking, breathing, they're expelling Tupac's revenge. You must know that you have to keep your immune system, all of us have to keep our immune systems really robust. And I just said to maintain your iodine levels for moms who are having problems with your milk, keep your milk up. If you're having issues with formula, for those mommies who do go to work who aren't able to pump, we discuss this all the time. I always give you the greatest advice that there are things that are like milk. Oh, thank you, Save. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. But there are things that you can help with also the babies. So if you're having an issue and you can't get baby formula, do know that the organic versions, like one of the things that you have to realize that in the Caribbean and places where island people and all native people, we didn't have formula. So if a mother was unable to nurse, there were things you were able to do. You can also use forms, and this is only if you're okay with animal products. Goat milk is very similar to human milk. It is. And if you can get organic raw milk, and this is, listen, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that is the closest form of that. And there's also those formulas that most people don't get because it's a little more costly, but it's healthier for the baby, where it has that goat as an option, as a condensed milk. That's in the Caribbean, they've been giving them condensed milk. Also hemp. When my daughter was transitioning to foods, we did have hemp. So we did use hemp, not chief, but hemp. And I used to give that to her, mixing it with certain things. So I can do that. Also, if you use nice, freshly mash all your foods, like fresh carrots, or, you can even do like cassava do a like mashed cassava, mash it up a little bit, you know, things like that you can do to help to break and put a little bit, you know, organic, you know, clear, you know, water that's real from glass bottles. Make sure you aren't using plastic bottles for the babies, okay? And also for those who have boys, we do. I don't want to go too far in this because I don't want to make this about that. But you know, I'm a mama and I'm a mama bear, and I love all the babies and all the mommies who love their babies and all the daddies who love their babies and abuelas who take care of the little ones. I'm really big into that, and I support healthy children and rearing of children. I always suggest that you have a little bit of for the baby. Wait, I just, the water that's in glass jars. Make sure you're staying away from anything that has any plastic. I don't care if it says BPA free. It may not have BPA. It may have other things. Boys, testosterone is really being attacked right now, and radiation doesn't help. So because of that, I want you to make sure you're keeping the boys as safe. Everything has soy in it too. So make sure, mommies, you're reading all the products, even it doesn't matter if it's lotion, shampoo, they're putting soy in everything. Shampoos, lotions, watch your boys, okay? If you want to make sure your boys are good, keep away from anything that has soy. It is an estrogen mimicker. It will mess with their testosterone. It will mess with their endocrine system. It isn't healthy, and it'll feminize them. Try to keep that out and keep their omegas really high. Okay, so that being said, keep the omegas high. And also, let's go back to Fury Fauci. Fury Fauci is out of control, and he's literally programmed to tell you things that are outrageous. Make sure that oh, goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. Make sure that you are, hold on, y'all. I have to go in for a second. Can you hold on? My little one's calling me real quick. Let me go address her, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hopefully, do I have enough batteries? I think I have enough batteries. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. My little one, I heard her with a little cough, so I had to make sure I gave her a little bit of something to knock that sucker out. Gas is $7.19. What did you say? Yo, they're out of control. So I'm sorry about that. I went in, you know, once I hear a little cough, I address it immediately. So moms, remember to have the CF on deck. If you can get the Chinese herbs, that's the best to knock it out. $7 for gas is outrageous. They're making it so you can't travel. That's why they have all these border things. They're going to make it so you're unable to travel. Also, I got this, and I love this. There's another one as well. This is, and I'm not getting a sponsor or anything like that. I should, because I could get all my herbs for free. But this is something that you can use also for the iodine. Can you see it? This is for the nose. Can you guys see it? I don't know. I don't know if you can see it properly. Can you see it? Okay. Can you, everyone see it? I hope you can see it. I can't see it. Okay. Okay. The gas is basically You didn't see it? Okay. Yes, it's this has the like iodine in it for your nose. So like if you go out and stuff like that. CF is the other thing I use for the children. Yes, thank you. Saki. I can't I don't know if you can see it up close or so on. This is like has a little, I don't know if you can read it. Look it up, look it up. This has iodine in your nose. So like if you go out and you're exposed to, you know, monkey balls and somebody is coughing in your face, you know, you have something like this that has iodine in it, kind of kills it. Yeah, it's a nascent. You can just spritz it in, you know, like this, put it in your nose, and it's EPOTX, I'm sorry, a little EPOTX, THEX. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Sage got it. Thank you. It's EPOTX. I keep saying X. EPOTHEX. Okay, it's a nasal spray. It's pavadine iodine. Okay. Do you guys have it? Okay, silver's fine as well. There's just, you know, iodine is good because it's a progenitor of health. And remember, we talked about iodine, keeping your iodine up to date, okay? So anything that has iodine in the nasal, I would just suggest it. CF is the alpha CF. Remember the alpha I told you to have for the little people? That's good to have. It's a naturopathic, homeopathic. It works with your body to keep your system robust, especially if you're exposed to, you know, all these different types of balls of mass destruction and space herpes, you know. So you're going to have to keep everything up to date. Now, because they're raising, I can't believe the gas is that high. I'm so sorry for anyone who's dealing with the gas that high. That is purposefully to make you go into getting electric cars. They're trying to force you. Now, remember I talked about there are cars that are running on water. You need to start changing. You took it? Put some socks on. You gotta put socks on, babe. It's cold. It's cold out here, Cookie. Okay? It's cold. Okay. Oh, you feel okay? I'm gonna come make tea. Okay, y'all. I got my little one. She wants some love and hugs. I gotta leave. You know, once they start hugging on my arm, I gotta go. I gotta go, and my little one is hugging my arm. So I just wanted to bring that information out there. If you are going to any of your bug out locations or anything, I would suggest you start planning to like stake out, because by June, remember, big up to Aziza, who shared with us that June is a big month for these dark Kabbalists, because that's when 666 is, right? Remember, it's going to be the 6th month of the 6th day of the 6th year. So on 606, no, you're going to be on film. Okay, go this way. On 606, put some socks on, Cookie. Ask Daddy for socks. I want you to have socks on. On 606, June 6th, oh, thank you. Thank you, James. Thank you. Thank you for being a mom and speaking for families. I love families. I am such a supporter of it. So 6606, 2022 is 6. Okay, so that's 666. Then 615, 2022. And then 6/24, 2022. Okay, so look at those dates, keep them on your calendar, protect yourself. So I gotta go, y'all. She wants hugs and kisses, and I'm gonna go snuggle with my honey bunnies. Okay, so just pay attention to those. I'll come back to you when I can. I'm sorry I'm rushing off, but I want everyone to be well. Make sure you're keeping everything healthy. Ignore the Fauci Cyborg, because that entity is a AI instituted android that is being handled by a bunch of insectoids, okay, and Grace. So everything he said is based on agenda. And you know what the agenda is, okay? Population control and control of everything. They want you to have an electric car. They want to be able to control your ebb and flow. They want to know where you're going. They want to see everything, okay? So I love you. I wish everyone well. Protect yourself. Be healthy. And stay conscious, okay? Peace.